Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Schoolboy here with another video, catching up on Real Housewives of Miami season 6, episode 6, Farmer of the Opera. But before we go ahead and get started, I want to say thank you to all and everyone who is now, watching my reviews, has been supporting your boy. I appreciate it a lot, so very, very much. All of the love that's being received now that I am back on YouTube. I just want to let everybody know I appreciate each and every one of you. Also, I would also want you guys to make sure that y'all check out Hotline Bling chat room. It does appear premiere every Friday. This is executive produced by Chef Don Don and myself. It is on his channel every Friday. Episode 5 this week premieres, and it's our ugly sweater episode. So everybody has an ugly sweater on. You guys will be able to vote on who has the best ugly sweater. So y'all make sure y'all tune in on Friday at 9:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:15 Eastern. And how you guys vote is by voting in the comment section who has the best ugly sweater, and then that's how we'll determine on who wins the contest. As well, always look out for what's up and coming. As well, Chef Don Don is producing my very first web reality LGBTQIA plus dating series, School of Love. Casting is open currently, so if you are looking to be casted to date me, just know that you can go ahead and apply at www.tcddproductions.com. Again, the website is tcddproductions.com. Also, remember, this is preference of ages 30 to 45. Now, if you might be a year or two below the age limit or a year or two above the age limit, exceptions can be made for you guys in that realm. Also, if you would like to have your Black-owned business featured in any episodes of School of Love and or Hotline Bling, y'all make sure y'all get your information over to us. You guys can email us for promo at admin@tcddproductions.com. Again, that's admin@tcddproductions.com. You can also follow your boy on Twitter at school_boy and on Instagram on school_boy_2021. You can also, if you're watching the video and enjoying the comment, donate to the Cash App, which is $schoolboy86, and or Venmo at schoolboy86 as well. Any donations, this is the holiday time, 'tis the season, will be greatly, greatly appreciated during this time. And also make sure that you like the videos and comment on them. That helps push me through the algorithm and helps me get out here into these YouTube streets a little bit more. So let's go ahead and get into the episode. So the episode opens up with the ladies talking to Lisa via Lars's phone. We just pick up where we left off last week. She states the police came to her home. She stated once she put the kids to bed, she'd be on her way to the party. If it was me personally, I would have stayed my ass at home with my kids, knowing that you had that type of run-in with Lenny, and it was that serious. I would have stayed home personally. And I think Julia and Martina would have understood that. But Lisa wanted to make sure she got that check for all the scenes that she was scheduled to be in. She said, I'm gonna go ahead and come to the party. Nicole says, when will this end already? You left the wife for your side piece, let it go. And she does say, as long as Lisa stays in that home, it will always be an issue. And I 100% agree with Nicole. I know I would have been got my shit and left. I don't think I would have continued to stay there. But again, Lisa didn't have nowhere to go. Lisa was not prepared to jump out here and move out and be on her own. And I think that's why Lisa continued to stay. But even after last season, I still believe that Lisa should have went ahead and got her money and got on. Because as long as you stay in that house, that man's gonna keep popping up over there because his name is on the deed, and he's gonna make life a living hell until you get out of that place. And that's just what it's gonna be. So we move on to the event begins to start. Julia is ready to perform after all of her practicing. in different places in order to hide it from Martina. Adriana plays, the song, and Julia begins to sing for her. And Martina is so happy and is smiling as she sings. Lisa, while she's singing, pulls up with Jody and walks into the party. And as she's in the end, Martina was surprised, and she loved what Julia did. She appreciated it so much. And it was something that Martina has never experienced before, and she was super happy. And I thought it was very cute, and it was beautiful, and it was thoughtful for her to go ahead and do that. Everyone begins mingling around the party and basically talking to each other, having a good time after the performance was done. Larsa and Lisa go off to the side to talk about what happened at her house before she got there. Alexia joins them, and Lisa begins to cry and says, 1 year later, she's still going through this. And I'm like, you wouldn't even have to be having these run-ins with this man if you wouldn't just get your own shit and get up out of Lenny shit. That would alleviate a lot of your stress, 99.9% of your stress. Yes, you would still have the stress of the divorce and everything in the proceedings and all that. But girl, get about that man's house. I mean, it ain't that damn deep. But I do understand this. Lisa doesn't want to leave that house to have to go and live within her new means of her budget. She still wants to continue to live that high life that she has been living all of these years. So it's a catch-22, I do believe, with Lisa as far as that goes. Lisa explains Lenny shows up at the house and walks in the room where she's getting dressed and lets her know it's his house. His mother chimes in while the kids are in the hallway looking at them argue. And she says she'll be out of the house soon enough. Lenny's mother also claims that the other woman is a better mother than Lisa, will be a better mother than Lisa. Lisa threatens to call the cops. They laugh at her. And Larsa says, you need to get out of that house for your sanity and for your kids. We go apartment looking this week, and you need to go. And Alexia agrees. Now, it was only one damn time I agree with Larsa on that. I do agree. You do need to get out of there. You do need to get your own space. You do need to get away from Lenny. That is, where he stays at. It's not going to be a good situation for you. And it's only going to become worse until you get out of there. I also thought Lenny and his mother were assholes for coming in and starting an argument and a fight. Lenny's mother is a scumbag too, just like her son, to sit up there and say, well, the other woman is going to be a better mother for real. And when your son trades in the next woman after she gets too old and he don't want to deal with her and he gets another woman, because this is gonna be the same cycle. He ain't gonna be satisfied with no woman that he's with, and that's just my personal opinion. We move on, and Julia lets Martina know that she couldn't go to her last cancer treatment because she was practicing for the F cancer event to surprise her. And Martina says, well done. She kisses Julia and says, let's go party. Martina says she is so happy, and they kiss again. We move on down the road. All the ladies sit down and they're talking. And Lisa says, long story short, there was an incident at her house. And Alexia says, it's a terrible way to live, which I 100% agree. I ain't living in that much goddamn stress. You got me fucked up because I ain't doing it. Alexia says she's scared for Lisa's safety in that house and she needs to get out of the house. She's absolutely right. Julia walks up singing and sits down, and with all the ladies, Nicole asks Gertie if she's okay. She seems annoyed and irritated. Gertie says she's zen at the moment. Gertie wasn't no damn zen. She knows her ass wasn't zen. Gertie knows she was completely upset with Larsa, and she had every right to be. Lisa brings up Gertie. She tried to talk to her about it, and Gertie says, you already knew that Larsa had told you. Larsa pipes up to say, you never told me not to say anything. And we know that Gertie told Larsa not to say anything. And Larsa, you're a fucking liar, and you're a bad liar at it. And you're just continuing to go on with this lie, which is crazy to me. And I don't really understand. Gertie says you joked about telling TMZ, and you took the right for me to tell people the way I wanted to when I was ready. Nicole brings up the whole thing about Larsa being tested, and Gertie explains she was trying to build trust with Larsa again and build from where they were at now. And she was irresponsible with the information, which further makes her feel like I'm never going to tell Larsa anything else again. I don't really want to build shit with you because I tried to do this in confidence and thinking that you would respect my feelings, and you shitted on my feelings because you ran to everybody like you did, Larsa. And I'm gonna keep it a $150. Larsa, if the shoe was on the other fucking foot and it was you and Gertie would have did that to you, all hell would have broke loose. And you know that. So it's just that's what irritates me about Larsa. Nicole brings up the whole thing about Larsa. Sorry, I don't want to repeat the same information. Okay. Larsa says that she told people from a place of love, and I'm like, bitch, really? That was not a place of love. That was a place of being messy. That was a place of making it about you. That was a place of you trying to give yourself a moment again and make it about Larsa. And it wasn't about you. You were insensitive to that lady's feelings. You were insensitive to her family's feelings, and you were insensitive to the situation as a whole. And instead of you fucking owning it, you're gonna sit up here and try to make it look like you're a fucking victim, Larsa, and you're not. Case closed. Okay. Gertie questions who is she to tell people her personal business that she was not ready to share. Gertie tells Larsa she has to stop lying. She told her not to say anything, and Larsa's screaming, saying that it's not true. Gertie calls her a pathological liar, and she is. Larsa gets up and leaves and says she's not going to deal with being called a liar, and she's just trying to get the ladies to come together for her. Again, that was for Gertie to allow the ladies to come together, and that was for her to tell everybody her business. You jumped up and told everybody her business without that lady's permission, and that's where what you seem to can't get through your mind, Larsa. You're wrong, ma'am. You're fucking wrong, and I just don't get that you cannot see that. I've never seen somebody so damn stupid for the life of me that just cannot understand that you were wrong. You were wrong. Period. Point blank. The end. You can't change that up, switch that up for me. You were absolutely wrong. Lisa chimes in to defend Larsa and says she was coming from a good place. Gertie says if someone in the group was talking shit about you and Lenny, you wouldn't like it. And I agree because Lisa, I agree. Gertie feels the idea if you should accept it is just because it's coming from a good place is not a good okay, and it's not. It's no way that you can make this okay. Lisa can't defend this. Lisa just needed to sit her ass down, eat her food, and mind her business. You just had it running with your ex-husband. That's what the fuck you need to be focused on and getting a place to live for you and your children that is not tumultuous and trauma filled for them as kids. Gertie and Russell decide to leave the party, and Larsa comes back to the group. Gertie tells Julia she has to leave, that they are trying to tell her not to feel a certain way. And Julia says you have the right to feel what you feel. Your feelings are valid, and Gertie's feelings are absolutely valid in this point. Nicole tells the girls how it was handled by Larsa was done poorly. And Larsa says, if she can't see the good in what I've done, then I'm done with the relationship. Girl, please, please, please. Like all them NBA players, all them professionals that have been done with your ass before, I see why they were done with you. I see. You show in every moment why they should be done with your trifling ass. Martina gives a speech and says how much she appreciates and loves what Julia did for her that night. That scene wraps up and we're done. Larsa, Lisa, and Adriana meet up so that Lisa can go looking for condos. She can move out of the house. They're looking at a condo that is $6.5 million. I think it was actually $6.57 million condo. And it has 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, and 5,600 square feet. The HOA is $4,100 a month. You know, the realtor's like, what's the actual budget? And Lisa's like, well, she doesn't know what the budget is. And I'm like, how the fuck can you not know what the budget is when you know you've got to come up with the money to pay for this? So are you expecting to bank on alimony and child support to continue to support your lifestyle? Lisa, either you need to get some other jobs besides Real Housewives of Miami, get some promo deals, get some brand ambassadorships. You need to get something so that you can afford this lavish lifestyle that you are going to try to afford. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Lenny ain't gonna support that shit. Jody is supporting it, will support it for a little bit, but then I don't know how long that's gonna stay as long as you gonna keep running your mouth about your damn ex-husband. Cause bitch, I would have been got my shit and left. Ain't none of this worth this much headache. Ain't no coochie that good to be going through this much trauma to be put through over a woman. And then I did see that on the blogs are reporting that actually Lenny and Jody are paying for the condo that she's living in now currently. So that lets me know that you're used to men paying for you. And if you really do want to be fully free and self-independent, this still ain't no way to go to keep using both men, ex-husband or not, current boyfriend or not. Because it ain't no guarantee that Jody is gonna stay around forever. I'm just saying. Meanwhile, Lenny texts her and says he's coming to see the kids. He wants her to stay away from the house while he does see them, which is the best thing to be, honestly. You fools trigger each other, and at this point, y'all need to stay away from each other 100%. Larsa claims that she was trying to apologize to Gertie, but she was so angry. And I'm like, Larsa, you was not trying to apologize to no damn Gertie. You wanted Gertie to bow down to your feelings and fuck her feelings and how she felt about anything. So that's not an apology, ma'am. Lisa says she was angry with her, and Adriana says she was trying to tell her not to get mad at the messenger, which was Lisa. So Adriana was telling Gertie not to get mad at the messenger, which was Lisa. And Adriana says she just wanted to be the one that told everyone. Larsa says, well, she was going to tell everyone anyway. And I'm just like, again, ooh, you a dumb bitch. That's that. I mean, that's all I can say. Ooh, ooh. You and Marcus could not be having intelligent conversations because you are one dense bitch. I just want to say that. Adriana says Larsa is making it about her. Lisa says she has a new perfume she's doing. She wants to invite all the girls to Palm Beach and wanted to make sure Larsa and Gertie could get along. Larsa asked, can she bring Marcus? And Lisa was like, it's a girl's trip. You can't go a couple of days without him. And Adriana says Larsa Snatch can use a break from having sex 4 to 5 times a night. And I'm like, girl, yes. Her coochie need to take a break. Anytime you doing all of that. Julia and her dog meet up with Nicole and her son Grayson at the park. Nicole tells Julia how amazing her event was for Martina and how she did such a good job. Alexia shows up as well, and they go to pick sunflowers while Grayson plays at the park. The ladies are scared of the bees and the sunflowers, and they talk about Nicole getting pregnant. And she says she's still working on it, and they're hopeful they're going to be able to see if they need to do IVF or that she can conceive naturally. They get some health drinks and have lunch and sit down. And Alexia says she enjoyed Julia's event for Martina. Alexia states she was scared for Lisa, and she should have stayed home after the run-in with Lenny and his mom. I concur. I definitely would have stayed the hell home too. Lisa calls as they're talking, talking amongst themselves about, everything that was going on. And Lisa invites them to Palm Beach, and the ladies say they need to go shopping, so they're prepared for the upcoming trip. Marisol, Kiki, and Gertie meet up for food and drinks, and Kiki talks about how much she had sex the night before, and I'm like, girl, we get it, Kiki. You a damn freak. We get it. We get it. Gertie brings up Marisol missed the event for Martina, and she says she had a medical procedure she could not reschedule. I still call bullshit on that. Marisol, you just don't like Adriana, and that's cool. I would have, again, appreciated it more if you would just been honest about your shit instead of sitting up here lying about that. Gertie says she wants a real empathetic apology from Larsa. If she can't do this, she can keep it. And I'm with Gertie. If you can't come, if it got to start with an if, or if I was wrong, or but if I was wrong, anything where it avoids you taking accountability, Larsa, for what you did, fuck it. People don't want to hear it. And I agree with Gertie 100% because I wouldn't want shit from you either. You can't be honest about it and own your shit. I wouldn't want any apology from you either. Um, Kiki says Larsa does owe Gertie an apology, and if the shoe was on the other foot, Larsa wouldn't appreciate it, and she's absolutely right. Larsa would not appreciate it. The other girls tell her not to cry, don't be upset. They understand this is not the best place to be in, and which I totally agree. Gertie needs to calm down, keep herself stress free as much as possible. Just ignore Larsa. Don't say nothing to her, because Larsa, again, Between that BBL and the inflatable ass lips and her constantly being up Marcus's ass, that's all she cares about anyway. Let's just be clear. That clout chasing with that social media ass relationship is really all that she cares about, and being seen out with him. Alexia and Julia go shopping for Palm Beach. Alexia and Julia mentioned they never had a chance to really spend time together before, and they both want to get to know each other more. And we really know why that is, because Adriana don't like Alexia, Marisol don't like Adriana, and so basically, you might as well say them Alexia and Julia could never like really get no time together because both of their friends can't stand each other. So I mean, how does it? I mean, it's not going to be able to be cool between nobody because everybody can't stand each other. And really, I would have been friends with Julia regardless of how Marisol felt. And Julia, I would have been friends with Alexia regardless of how Adriana felt. Y'all are both two grown ass women. Why do y'all give a shit about each other, calling each other's friends' feelings? Be grown about this shit. I don't have to have a beef with someone because you have to have a beef with someone. We can coexist and all be adults about this. That's how I see it. Alexia says she needs to ask Todd, can she roommate with Julia on the trip, as well as ask Marisol, which I see it as being a joke, but Julia should have picked up on that and realized you and her are not going to roommate with each other. And that's because Marisol is there. And Marisol is going to make sure Alexia roommates with her and she's around her 100% all the time. So it's not, you shouldn't get your panties in a bunch about it, but I know that you are, and you're going to take it personal, but I wouldn't take it personal personally. Julia finds it weird that she has to ask her husband for permission when you couldn't read between the lines of the joke. To me, it was a joke, but she was severely serious. You know she gonna roommate with her homegirl. That should have been a given. All the girls come over to Jody's house to leave for Palm Beach because they're gonna drive down. And Larsa and Gertie both said that they're going to avoid each other all weekend, which thank you. Please do. The ladies are all driving down to Palm Beach, and Lisa's driving Lenny's car. And Marisol is like, this is it's splooge y'all in the car and everything. And Gertie's in the back seat, and Lisa's explained the police incident that took place the night of Julia's F cancer event for Martina. Marisol says Lenny and Lisa trigger each other, and the other ladies are reading all the documents that were filed, and neither of them were arrested since there was no evidence to even do an arrest for anything. Lisa says she loves Jody and she's patient, and Marisol says, "What are you going to do to preserve this?" And she says he's patient, and Marisol says, "Everyone, patience can run out soon, and you can run them away with all that damn Lenny talk." And I 100% agree with Marisol. I'm sick of hearing about Lenny, and I ain't fucking you. So I can only imagine him tired of hearing about Lenny. And this is why I always say that people should not get in relationships when you're going through a current breakup or current divorce, separation, whatever it is, because you don't realize that you bring all of that prior trauma into the mess, and you really need to take the time to sit back and heal. That's just my honest opinion on things. Lisa feels the conversation is negative, and she says they shouldn't be so judgmental. And I'm like, Lisa, you just don't want to hear the truth because you want to live in a fairy tale land about this whole situation. The girls eventually make it to the house together. Everyone runs to their rooms and find the right rooms for them to share. Julia asked about rooming with Alexia a few hours earlier in the car, and Alexia did exactly what I knew she was going to do, which was room with Marisol. When they get to the house, Julia and Adriana, room together, and Julia brings up that to Adriana, I wonder, did she not get permission from Todd? Julia thinks it is because she's gay and there's issues. I don't believe that it's any of that. Again, both of y'all friends are there, Marisol and Adriana. They don't like each other. Alexia don't like Adriana. And to keep tensions down, Alexia is going to room with Marisol. That's just the way it is. Yes, you and Julia, you and Alexia hung out with each other and all that, and that's cool. And Marisol was not there, and neither was Adriana. Y'all got along. But now that these two are in the same close quarters, it wasn't going to happen. I don't think it has anything to do with your sexuality, you being gay, none of that shit. I just didn't believe it is due to the beef in the different relationships is why the shit happened the way it happened. Unfortunately, somebody got to be a casualty of war. So it kind of is what it is. That was episode excuse me. That was episode 6, season 6. So we're gonna see what happens in Palm Springs, what goes down. I will catch up and give you last week's episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as well this week. So make sure y'all check out for that. I might get it done tonight or tomorrow early in the morning, and then I'll catch up on Miami and Beverly Hills from tonight's episodes that air. So I'm gonna catch it all up, y'all. I'm gonna catch it all up. Just bear with me, okay? So remember, School of Love is still casting. Casting is extended to December 23rd of 2023. Also, make sure that you guys check out Hotline Bling chat room as well. Make sure you get into that. This Friday is our Ugly Sweater edition episode, and you get to vote on who gets the ugly sweater. So y'all make sure y'all check that out as well. But yeah, boy, gotta go because I got other work that I need to get done and to do. So thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I can't wait to show more of myself in 2024 and actually give y'all a full years of content instead of coming in towards the end of the year. But I thank you for all the love and support, the encouragement, and everything else that I am getting online on all my social media platforms. I love you guys. Enjoy this brief trailer on the way out.
The Chef Don Don Productions presents School of Love, honey. A new LGBTQ web reality series in the big city of Dallas, Texas. If you are interested in dating a schoolboy, make sure you get those applications in right now, just in time for school to be in session.